King Kong escapes, and you're gonna want to check out this movie if you watch it. Okay, King Kong Escapes was released in Japan in 1967. Later that next year, it was released here in the U.S. in 1968. And this movie takes place a submarine looking for a legendary ape known as King Kong is lands on this island called Mondo. That's pretty Mondo bizarre, dude. Mondo, dude. Why do they call it Mondo Island? I don't know, because it's Mondo cool. I don't know. I can't get it. Anyways, and they are pursued. Another party is pursuing Kong, looking for the giant ape because it is an evil terrorist organization headed by Doctor Who. Who? What do you say? Who? Oh, who? Who? Wait, who? Doctor Who, and not Doctor Who from PBS. So, and this strange woman, I'm not even sure what country she's from. Maybe from Manila or Taiwan or something. I'm not quite sure. So, known as Madam X, played by Mia Hama. She's actually a pretty well-known actress in some of the earlier Toho films as well. And so they're both pursuing this rare element known as Element X, and at the same time they make a robot likeness of the original King Kong, known as Mechanic Kong or Robot Kong. I'm not exactly sure because that robot is extraordinary. The real Kong can do what it can. So it's a really this movie overall it's just it's really bad. It is horrendous. It is not good, but it's so bad that you like it, and I like it. I recently watched it again because I just could not wait to do this review. And there's just a lot of laugh out loud moments. I want to talk about the dubbing on this. So I know it was 1968, and movies were not that good, being made that good late those years. And I know there was a lot of different style of acting around that time, but that is absolutely no excuse for what they do on this film. With lines like, "With a horse like that on board, I wouldn't mind running a favor." And how are we supposed to get in with some of the stuff that happens on this movie? That there's absolutely nothing compelling, nothing that really grabs you. The only thing that I really did like is let's talk about the design of King Kong and Robot Kong, and as well as the other kaiju on this film. Okay, King Kong, the design of King Kong. Oh my God, it is awful. It is awful, and people complained that King Kong from 1962, the versus Godzilla film, was bad. No, my friend, this is the epitome of awful. This is the epitome of bad. It just gets worse and downhill from here. So I don't know what to call this King Kong. He's supposed to be 35 feet tall or 40 feet tall, give or take. But the design of Kong, I call this Kong the Danny DeVito of King Kongs because he I don't know if I should call him short legs King Kong, long arms, short legs, long arms King Kong. No, wait, no, Danny DeVito, or maybe big head, skinny arms King Kong, because there is I'm not quite sure if they were really paying attention to some of the details because there are scenes where King Kong is fighting a giant snake, sea serpent, and as there's also the scene where he's attacking the submarine, where all of a sudden he has a big, huge head, and it looks like the guy wearing the ape suit head's about to fall off because it's too damn big. And it looks just ridiculous. And when he's in the water, he's got really skinny arms and a huge head, and you can just walk by and go. The head will fall right off into the bathtub they filmed that scene in. And also when you see him go up to the sub, all of a sudden he's buff again. He's got biceps again. Because it really looks like Kong looks a lot like Danny DeVito on this movie because he's I don't know know what to call him. Short legs, long arms, King Kong, or oh no wait, big head, skinny arms, King Kong. Danny DeVito, King Kong. Whatever the hell you want to call him, he is really bad. And the eyes look a lot like mine a little bit actually, a little bit lazy-eyed, and it just looks so obvious. And let's talk about the design of Mechanic Kong as well as the fight scenes that take place. The Mechanic Kong, he's commendable. He's the actual first mecha you see on these movies. So he's got these UV strobe lights for eyes, I guess, and he's able to blind King Kong with them. And he also has these little bullet belt of bombs that throw gas, I guess. And that's not very threatening. I mean, the design of the robot itself is actually kind of cool. Maybe if they did a more updated version, we get a much larger one. And in this day and age, it probably look pretty awesome. But I mean, at least the robot's all right. And the fight scenes that take place, there's two fight scenes where you see Kong battle Robot Kong in Tokyo on the ground. And it's pretty good. It's all right. And then we get the final fight of the film that takes place on Tokyo Tower, where it starts to look more like Rampage meets Donkey Kong or something, and they're kind of just fighting each other up there, swinging back and forth like Planet of the Apes or something. And so it's really entertaining. I mean, there's some value to this film. There is parts where you're just like having a great time. And I'm getting out of breath here because I don't know. I got too much to say. All right, now I want to talk about the dubbing. Oh my god, the dubbing! Whoa. Okay, the dubbing on this film is just the worst I've ever seen on any kaiju, hands down. If you guys could tell me in the comments below which Godzilla or just any kaiju film of the genre with worse dubbing in this, because how the hell are you supposed to get into stuff like this? Because for some reason, some of the people on this movie talk to their girls when they say stuff. And you have secrets for them a little more than you can. Or, Susan! 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 It just sounds like he's talking through his nose. And Madam X also sounds equally as awful. And it really makes the actors portraying this look really bad, because I don't think American distributors really took this stuff seriously. Maybe it was because the lack of budget, like this movie cost like $100 to make, or it was just they just didn't take these type of films seriously when they got distributed here to America. Because I take these films very seriously. I like these films. I grew up. I was raised on these films. And it's inexcusable if I saw a movie from now that sounds a lot like this. You know, like Madam X, she's like, oh, I forgot that I should mention why are you blundering and your thrill? And Rhodes Reason, who plays the commander on here, it kind of reminds me of one of those early 1960 boat films, comedy films. Rhodes Reason is just, there's absolutely just no excuse, because it is his voice. He is. I know maybe he's because he's from a different era of acting, but that my friend is no excuse for the type of acting and lines that he's given to say on this movie. He's like, he's like, what are you laughing at? Huh? I can't help it. Get your wish, and I'll get mine. We'll be landing in Mondo Island soon. And if I covered everything, and like Madam X is probably one of my absolute favorite laugh out loud moments when Madam X says, "This is a historical day." And it is probably by far one of the most awful parts of this movie, which is the dubbing and the design of Kong on this movie. It's inexcusable. There's just no excuse for that. And I want to give this talk about some of the only other kaiju it introduces. The only one worth mentioning because the giant sea snake or sea serpent is not good enough to be mentioned. I'm talking about Gorosaurus. The original Gorosaurus was 35 feet long, tall, and not to mention the one that came on later film, Destroy All Monsters, which was taller and Gorosaurus, the design is pretty awesome. I like it. I think it's really good. The only really bright spots on this movie, as far as design suitmation is concerned, it is actually really good. I like it. He's always looked like to me an oversized Allosaurus, really. And Gorosaurus is pretty badass. He has his little kangaroo kick, and the fight between King Kong is it's pretty laughable. Pretty laughable. So it by far it's the only really some of the really bright spots in this film. And okay, if I covered everything on this movie review, I had a great time making it, and I have always have a great time doing these movie reviews because speaking from a movie reviewer perspective and love for movies as well as Godzilla films and kaiju films. This is by far one of the best time I've had making a video for you guys, and I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Please comment below. Tell me what you think of King Kong Escapes. Which is your favorite part? Which is your laugh out loud moment that you really like? Or go if you haven't seen it in a long time, go back and watch it. And you'll have a great time laughing. So it is a pretty funny film in a bad kind of way. So hey, I can't help it. You get your wish, I'll get mine. We'll be landing in Mondo Bizarro pretty soon. So, and comment below once again, and please hit that notification bell so you guys know when I'm doing my next video. And I will be bringing you more. I'll be continuing my series of Godzilla films from the original to the the last Godzilla film, including Godzilla 2, Edge of War, Edge of Battle, whatever the hell you call it. But I'm not very fond of that film either, for anime reasons, really, because it is boring. And okay, all right, I will see you guys real soon, and